Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. My name is Dan. Today is September 23rd, 2021. Episode's going to be called Minor League Playoffs 2021 Overview. The reason I'm doing this, it's a little different this year than in the past. Here's the logo for the minor leagues. It gets to be quite confusing. This year in particular makes it pretty straightforward, and I like it. Now keep in mind, Major League Baseball did a realignment in the minor leagues during the off-season and started things out fresh. New leagues, new organizational affiliates, and things like that. Now the season is done, and the playoffs will begin. Now, of course, there's an exception to that. Let's look at how the organizations break down. There's four classes in minor league baseball. What I'm doing here is eliminating the rookie league and the fall league and the instructional leagues for minor league baseball. But going in top order, top down, Class 3A, that's AAA, that's the highest form of minor league baseball that there is. That's your best guys essentially ready to go to the majors. Class AA is the next one down, and you go down to the levels of Class A. High and low are those the youngsters, essentially. So at the top, Class AAA in the East, Durham. Durham won the East. The record, I've got win-loss record posted, 77-43. And also I've got the affiliate, who they're affiliated with. Durham's in the playoff, in the postseason, but they're the affiliate, AAA affiliate of Tampa Bay Rays. The West, Tacoma won the West. 73-46 record. They're an affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. So not only are you rooting for the local town, the local teams here, you're also rooting for the affiliates. They have a new thing here this year called the Final 10. That's to be determined. We'll know the answer of that on October 3rd. I'll come back to AAA here in a minute. Let's move to Class AA. Regular season's done. What they do is take the top two teams in the Central and they play a 5-game series, a best-of-5 series. Wichita, representing the Minnesota Twins, finished 69-51. They'll take on Northwest Arkansas, the affiliate for Kansas City Royals, who are 64-55. In Class A has another division called the Northeast. Akron will take on Bowie, both teams with 73 wins. That should be good. And in the South, Mississippi will take on Montgomery. Now, if you see Montgomery there, AAA is Tampa Bay Rays. We know on the trade deadline, people talked about how good Tampa Bay's Rays minor league system was. They had so many guys. Twins, I think, used that to their advantage, traded Nelson Cruz to the Rays because there's so many prospects in Tampa, and we got a couple of good pitchers in return. That shows here in the playoffs, Tampa Bay sending Montgomery in AA to the playoffs. 5-game series, best of 5. Team who wins 3 will be declared the champion. In Class A high, Quad Cities, Kansas City, take on Cedar Rapids. The Colonels, Cedar Rapids Colonels, moved from low A last season to high A this year. They finished with a record of 67-53. They'll represent the Minnesota Twins as the other team. 2 teams for the Twins in the minor leagues will advance to the postseason. Remember, every other team, there's 30 teams in each class. The final 6 are still playing of the 30 teams. That means 24 teams in each of these classes are done, packed up, cleaned out their lockers. Their season is done. For Class A High East, Bowling Green will take on Greensboro. Bowling Green, 82 wins. This is the regular season. They only play 110 games or so. 82-36. Another team from Tampa Bay. And then in the West, Eugene versus Spokane. Eugene, 69 wins. Spokane, 67. In Class A low, Fresno represent Colorado Rockies in Class A low, taking on San Jose. In the Southeast, it's Tampa, the Yankees minor league team, taking on Bradenton, the team from Pittsburgh Pirates. And in the East, Charleston versus down east, the Rangers affiliate. Charleston, 82 wins. 82 wins. Guess who that is? Once again, Tampa Bay Rays. All four of their teams in the minors made the postseason. And Bowling Green and Charleston both had 82 wins, which tops all the win-loss records in the minor leagues altogether at any level. Those are the top two. Now, if we look at organizations represented, number one, first place, Tampa Bay. 4 teams of theirs, Tampa Bay Rays minor league teams, 4, and there only is 4, all made the postseason. That's huge, very rare. In second place, a bunch of teams tied with 2 teams represented. Colorado, Kansas City, the Twins, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco Giants all sending 2 of their minor league teams to the postseason. And then tied for 7th are those teams at the bottom, each sending 1 team. AAA doesn't have a playoffs, but what they did was the regular season ended, and the AAA, they announced they're going to add 10 more games to every team's schedule. So all 30 teams will play 10 more games, a series of 5 at home and a series of 5 on the road. They're not going to matter for the standings. They're not going to matter for the playoffs. There is no postseason playoffs in AAA. The regular season winner, which we touched on already, Durham and Tacoma, who won the West and the East, will simply get a trophy. They'll get a trophy for winning it. What they're going to do here is have 10 final games, and of all the teams, all 30 teams in AAA, when the 10 games are done, they're going to give a trophy to the best team with the best record. For instance, if some team goes 10-0, they'll win the final A stretch. If a team goes 9-1, they'll win it. Or I'm assuming the teams will most likely go 8-2 or 7-3. Then they'll use some tiebreakers to determine if there's many teams tied, who gets this. And they get awarded what's going to be called this year that the Final 10. And here's the logo called the Final Stretch. It's actually called the Final Stretch. We'll award that team. What that's doing is preventing teams from falling off and not caring if the win-loss record isn't good enough, and they stop playing. There's nothing really to play for. Here, late September, it's going to give all these teams something to play for regardless of their record. Kind of gives what I would call a playoff feel for the fans going to these games in Class AAA. Now, the Twins still have St. Paul Saints. They didn't win their division. They had a pretty good season, but they will be in this Final 10 and have a pretty good shot to put up a good winning record. Once again, this is the Minor League Playoffs 2021 overview. Today is September 23rd. My name is Dan. Please remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also on YouTube, and our blog. Get all the information from the shows that Andy and I do during the week and on the weekends. Follow us on Anchor for our weekly Sunday broadcast, and I do a weekly show, midweek episode such as this, and then Andy does one that's called Page 2. Hope this helps. Thanks for listening.